Here we go, chapter 17. Time to get the case started. So, the first witness that takes the stand is Huck Tate. He's the sheriff, and he testifies that on November 21st, he was called out to the Yule household. Mr. Yule came running and got him. And basically, the important part about his testimony is that he testifies that Mayella was beaten on the right side of her face. That's the important thing. All right. She is beaten up the right side of her face. She claims that she's been raped. Is she tested? No. Do they go get the doctor? No. Sheriff claims, tells the story, right side of the face. Okay. So, next thing that happens is Bob Yule gets up on the witness stand, and Bob Yule is Mayella's dad. Okay, he's white. He's the one that he takes the welfare checks and he goes and spends it on alcohol, goes off into the woods for days at a time. Mayella's going to tell you that in the next chapter. So he's not a very good man. Okay, he gets up there and he's all acting like he's so important. This is like his 15 seconds of fame that they say everybody gets. So he's really important because he's on the witness stand, and he's trying to be funny, and he's making inappropriate statements and all this kind of thing. And finally, the judge is like, knock it off. And the judge is looking at him like, what is wrong with you? So you got that part. The important things here are that he agrees with Huck Tate's testimony. Do you agree with everything that the sheriff said? I most certainly do. So you agree that she was beaten on the right side of her face? I most certainly do. Do you know how to read and write? I most certainly do. How do you think I signed my welfare checks? Really funny. And so Atticus says, would you please, write your name on this piece of paper? And when he does it with his left hand. So here's the thing. The next question asks you, Scout and Jem understand. Wow, it is pouring down rain right now. Scout and Jem understand what Atticus is trying to prove, but Bob Yule doesn't. All right. He signs with his left hand. The thing is that if the right side of her face has been beaten, it had to have been done with somebody who's left-handed. In order to come in and hit somebody on that, usually I have students stand up in class and we demonstrate this, that in order to hit somebody on the right side of their face, it has to come from the other person's left hand. That's the only way that she could have been beaten up like that. Left-handed people are not, the dominant trait is not to be left-handed. If I did a survey in class with you right now, there would be like 3 out of 24 people, maybe 4 out of 24 people who are left-handed. It's still not the most popular trait, the most dominant trait. But back in the 1930s, it was really, really a unique thing if you were left-handed. So the fact that she's beaten by somebody who's left-handed and Bob Yule happens to be left-handed, that's pretty huge, right? Atticus is proving to the court that it was probably Bob Yule that beat up his own daughter, Mayella, not Tom Robinson. Okay? Or at least putting doubt at this point. It's not even that he's proving it's not Tom. At this point, he's just proving that it could have been Bob, because it had to be somebody who's left-handed, and Bob is left-handed. Chapter 17. That's it.